So I want to talk a little bit about why community in particular is what accelerates this work. It's what rockets people from feeling like, oh, maybe this could be for me, I don't know, all the way to, I am a powerhouse woman, everything has changed. And it does that in the space of such a condensed, joyful, fun container when you're not doing it alone. So, if you can imagine that society at large is giving women and girls this depiction of what it means to be sexy. So much of what we're sold, literally sold, like in the marketplace, is a vision of women's sexuality that is all about being taken or being seen, being consumed, being a certain way for someone else. And it isn't about your liberation. And what we are pioneering instead in this community and in my flagship program is a different vision. It's not about them ultimately. It's about you and what you desire and what you want. So if that sounds good and if that feels like a shift that you're ready to make, not just for yourself, but for all of us, for all women, it's interesting because, we've talked a lot about visibility and why it can feel dangerous. And that is a shadow piece of this work. It's something that not everybody talks about. It's something that a lot of love and relationship coaches and spaces and books about this don't even touch this side of it because they're all focused on results and getting you a boyfriend or keeping your marriage alive or 5 dates to do this or that. And it can be super helpful, it can be really fun and playful. I definitely love to see what other people are doing, and I bring anything that's useful back to my community. But there's so much more around shame and power and fire and community, what we are afraid of really, that never gets touched, that doesn't scratch the surface in those kinds of spaces or those texts, where it's just kind of here's how to navigate the status quo. So that's one of the gaps that we're navigating in this kind of market of helping women feel empowered, helping women find love. It's do you want to navigate the status quo or do you want to change it? And that's really where this work is. That's what this community is about. That's what we're doing here. This is all about making an authentic space for women and letting it be true that you get to show up in exactly who you really are, allowing her to change. You don't have to be squeezed into a little box. All of that gets to melt away and instead leave behind a world instead where we get to show up as just who we are. Letting yourself out makes room for everything to come in. Exactly. So I want you to know that this is really an invitation for bigger dreaming. And it starts with these internal shifts that you've already been doing. And one of the ways that we've talked about already that you're probably feeling even right now, see that you're not alone. Literally you're not alone right here, right now. And you're not alone in the big picture. You're not doing this alone. We're not asking you to. And you shouldn't have to. The point that I'm trying to make is that I want you to join us. I want you to feel like you have that support. I want you to feel like you're allowed to bring all of you there, the messiness, the magic, that it's all part of it. We've got a recap of some of the benefits here in the comments. There's a lot more. We'll put in a link in the bottom too, so that you can log in and see it all. And then for today, your homework is just to really think about, what do you need in terms of community to unleash that inner goddess, to unleash that passionate, vibrant, sexy version of you who's been coming out day by day in this space? What kind of community do you need to move forward? And obviously the step underneath that is really allowing your heart, your body, your pleasure, your kind of sense of that future self to weigh in and let you know if our space and our community is one that's calling to you. If one of the answers to that question of what do I need to unleash her. All right, everybody, happy Thursday. Thank you so much for being with me so far through all of this. And let's keep it up and keep going, because the world needs us. Bye.